Hello everyone. In this presentation, I will introduce the first lecture of the module of linguistics, or basically an introduction to social linguistics, which is classified as a branch of macrolinguistics. So, the first lecture is entitled History and Origins of Social Linguistics. The objectives of this lecture is to define social linguistics quite accurately and clearly, to understand the historical background and the origins of social linguistics as a purely independent academic field, and last but not least is to identify the reasons and the forces have in a way or another that led to the development of social linguistics in the early 1960s and beyond. The outline of this lecture is organized as highlighted in this slide. The first one, or the first section, is why social linguistics, or why social linguistics is very important to be taught in this course. Definition of social linguistics. Thirdly is to make a distinction between social linguistics and formal linguistics. Last but not least is to talk about the origins of social linguistics and its revolution in the domain of linguistics in general. So the first section is simply intended to talk about the importance of teaching social linguistics in this course. So why social linguistics in this course? Language is very simply an important aspect or a fundamental means of social cohesion and interaction. It means that language, it must be studied as a part of society. So it is very important to make a connection between these two important human aspects, language and society. Secondly, for any comprehensive or any thorough linguistic theory to be developed, social linguistics must be taken into account. Thirdly, we have prioritized social linguistics in this course because it reflects the idea that a thorough understanding of language necessitates or requires an exploration of the social dimension of language. Definition of social linguistics. The first definition was given by William Labov, the founding father of social linguistics in USA, who said that this discipline is dedicated to understand and research language in relation to social factors that include, for example, region, place, race, class or social class, gender, and even age. Tradgill, on the other hand, a famous British linguist, defined it as the part of linguistics which is concerned with language as a social and cultural phenomena. As far as the distinction between social linguistics and formal linguistics is concerned, it must be noted that social linguistics started from a purely formal linguistics point of view. Before this, or before the emergence of social linguistics, language was simply seen as a system of rules and structures and isolated from its social context. So in this respect, we can say that the focus of social linguistics shifted from studying language as an isolated system to study it as part of society. Formalism was given or gained much prominence during the works of Ferdinand de Saussure on the one hand, who made the notion of structuralism very famous at that time. And his introduction of the dichotomy of langue and parole made a significant impact in the development of social linguistics. Descriptivism, as pioneered by Leonard Bloomfield in America. And last but not least, generativism approach that was that was pioneered also by Noam Chomsky in USA, and who made the distinction between competence and performance. So he neglected performance, but he focused on competence. Social linguistics investigates competence, but it doesn't ignore the competence of speakers of language. The origins of language, or of social linguistics, sorry, has to its roots from anthropological origins. It means the study of human cultures and races. The coinage of the term was in 1939 by Thomas Hutton in his article entitled Social Linguistics in India. Dialectology also marked the beginning of social linguistics as the study of social dialects, while dialectology is concerned with the study of regional dialects. Social linguistic revolution was made in USA and UK by the two famous scholars, William Labov and Peter Trudgill, whose works are listed in this slide. Last but not least, social linguistics has developed as a purely independent field that encompasses different subfields, including, for example, pragmatics, contact linguistics, language management or language and policy, language and education, and language and gender. So this is a conclusion for this course. It summarizes the main idea that has been tackled in this presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. See you in upcoming presentations.